The Pantry Point System is designed to give pantries a guide for providing balanced meals in an equitable manner based on their family size. All pantry food should be categorized by food group to reflect the Pantry Point Guide. When displaying the foods, the least processed should be prominently displayed for product placement, displays, and cooking demos. The goal is to promote the most nutritious foods. For fruits and vegetables, we'd always want to start with fresh first, then frozen, then canned, then packaged items, going in descending order from the least processed to the most processed. For an example, if you had apples, frozen blueberries, and canned peaches, the apples would go first, then the frozen blueberries, then the canned peaches. Our grains would be organized in a similar fashion. Whole grains first, then non-whole grains. If you had whole wheat pasta and white rice, it would be whole wheat pasta first, then white rice. For our protein and dairy items, the order goes fresh, frozen, and then canned/packaged. If you had canned salmon and frozen tilapia, the frozen tilapia would go ahead of the canned salmon. We don't want to eliminate people's ability to choose the item that they'd like. However, we want to slightly nudge them to take the more nutritious option. The Pantry Point System is based on the following criteria: 9 meals per person in the family size, and the food group points. Each household receives 9 meals per person in the family. The number of members in each household will dictate how many points are allocated for each food group. There are 3 food groups: fruit and vegetable share a food group, grains a food group, and protein and dairy are a food group as well. Each food group is allocated points based on the family size. Let's pack a bag together. The example we're going to use today is for a family of 2, which would receive 9 fruit and vegetable points, 3 grain points, and 6 protein points. Let's start with the fruit and vegetable items. We have 7 pounds of fresh vegetables. 1 pound is equal to 1 point, bringing us to 7 points. Next, we have 1 15-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce, worth 1 point. Finally, we have 1 jug of 100% grape juice with no sugar or additives, also worth 1 point, bringing us to a total of 9 points for our fruit and vegetable category. Now let's go over our grain items. First, we have 1 box of Farina breakfast cereal, worth 1 grain point. Next, we have a 1-pound bag of long grain brown rice, also worth 1 point. Finally, we have a 1-pound bag of elbow pasta, worth 1 point, bringing us to a total of 3 grain points. Let's cover our protein and dairy items. We have a 1-pound bag of walnuts, worth 1 protein point. Next, we have a 2-pound bag of dry beans. Every 1 pound of dry beans is worth 2 protein points. And lastly, we have 1 quart of shelf-stable milk, worth 1 dairy point, bringing us to a total of 6 for our protein and dairy category.